so now so here so so now here he speaks about this kind of that uh, see, though these people they predominantly worship the other devas, uh, you know, because somebody may ask na, the Lord, because he has said in our before to Ananya Sintayanto Mam verse, he has talked about, the demigod worshippers, what happens to them, right? So over here, a question may be asked that see, ultimately they are worshipping you, na? Tepi, Tepi Mam, you only are saying Tepi Mam Eva Konte, you know. So, but why they don't get liberation? Because ultimately they are worshipping you only. So the here has been said that and has been said that rather than in the verse number 21, you said they again take repeated birth in this. Are they are worshipping you maybe in an indirect way or not in a proper way, but ultimately they are worshipping you, you know. And so they should get liberation at least, na? So the Lord says, no, they are worshipping me, but in a avidhi purvakam, in a wrong way. You know? So the result they so that is why they don't get even liberation. They worship me, but without any rules for attaining me. They return to the world. So I agree. They be very clear, huh? What we are now discussing. Krishna is saying, Te me mam eva yajanti. Right, right, right. They worship me, but they don't worship me with proper rules. They are worshipping me without any rules for and trying to attain me. No, they won't attain me. Rather than they attain what? Repeated cycle of birth and death. हाँ, ऊपर जाएगा नीचे आएगा, ऊपर जाएगा नीचे आएगा, यही होगा. लिबरेशन भी नहीं मिलेगा. Love of God at par. Don't talk about it also. So that's what is been said over here. So these people actually they are not worshipping the Lord in a proper way. That is so it is we this verse you can connect to also that verse of ye vidhi shastra utsrijya vartate kama karatah. So one has to worship the Lord with vidhi. The vidhi which he has mentioned, not in his own way. And where the vidhis are mentioned in the Shastras. So if somebody worship the Lord, as per the injunction of the Shastras, then actually he can attain the higher destinations. Else, so they will be in the cycle of birth and death only. Because these people, because these people, what they do, see, there is why a vidhi purvakam is been said over here. Because these people, they think, these demigod worshippers, they think that I will worship Indra, and with firm faith they worship him. Consider that Indra will suppose somebody is worshipping Indra, then when I'm saying it. Suppose they are worshipping Indra with a great faith and thinking that Indra will bestow all his benedictions. You know, so I perform sacrifice to Indra only. So, so this is one. He doesn't understand that Indraji or the any demigod is uh, actually a appointed person by the Supreme Lord. They don't know it. They just have full faith that demigod itself will award. So this is one kind of people. Another kind of people who are demigod worshippers are those who may be knowing that the the who knows that actually while I'm worshipping Indra or any demigod, actually through them I am worshipping Narayan. Na? So this is but he is worshipping whom? The demigod. Considering that demigod worship is a way of worshipping Narayan because they are appointed people by the Narayan. So there are two different kind of people who worship demigods. Uh, so the first one which I said to you that they worship. the Lord, they worship the demigod without seeing their connection with the Supreme Lord. They consider the demigod to be all in all. For them, it is surely told, Avidhi Purvakam, right? Na? They can't, they will just go up and down. They can't attain liberation. No? So that is why that is something. And about the second one we'll talk later. No, means those who are worshipping the demigod with understanding that is actually I'm worshipping Narayan. About them he has not been told. So this is why this is Avidhi, na? Because they are part and parcel of the Lord. They are appointed people by the Lord. That's why Prabhupada is giving this analogy of government, right? Na? One has to follow the law made by the government, not by the officer or the director. Right? So it is not that uh, we have to follow the government, not that we bribe the we give bribe to the people, and we're not supposed to give bribe to the government servants and to make our something happen without the sanctioning of the government. So that's the wrong way. So this is avidhi purvakam, you know, trying to bribe the demigods to get something, and considering them to be the all in all. This is nonsense. So then, it is said about the next verse. Krishna continues the same thrust, and he speaks about the demigod worship back again. He says over here to recite this verse. Aham, 24th. Aham hi sarva yajnana bhokta cha prabhureva cha na tu mam abhijananti tatve an tatven tatven atas chayavanti te. Parir. Anybody is interested in reading?
I am the enjoyer and master of all sacrifices. Therefore, those who do not recognize my true transcendental nature fall down.
Ah,
Perfect. Here it is clearly stated that there are many types of yajna performances recommended in the Vedic literatures, but actually all of them are meant for satisfying the Supreme Lord. Yajna means Vishnu. In the third chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly stated that one should only work for satisfying Yajna or Vishnu. The perfectional form of human civilization, known as Varnashrama Dharma, is specifically meant for satisfying Vishnu. Less intelligent persons, however, without knowing this fact, worship demigods for temporary benefit. Therefore, they fall down to material existence and do not achieve the desired goal of life. If, however, anyone has any material desire to be fulfilled, he had better pray for it to the Supreme Lord, although that is not pure devotion, and he will thus achieve the desired result.
yeah. So, so the Lord over here, over there, he only said it is avidhi purvakam, and over here he is saying that they will fall down. You know, so you know, so because why they will fall down? Because they don't know me as Sarvabhuk, me as the person who is the benefactor of all the sacrifices. They don't know me as Bhokta. You know, I am the enjoyer. They don't know me as Prabhu Revacha. I am the only master. They na tu mam abhijanati. They don't know me. They only know the demigod, and they are worshipping them. ना तो क्या होगा बाबा देखो यहाँ पे हो जाएगा जयवंती fall down. So the Lord is very clearly is saying that over here it is something, somebody may say fall down. अरे at least भगवान ये तो मानो, at least understand they are not atheist. At least they understand that there's somebody higher. Then what's the difference between these people, though the atheist people, and this kind of people that you are saying that fall down? Right now, somebody may ask, na, that what will happen? So over here, what will happen is this: that those who are atheist, they don't consider me. They don't follow any shastra vidhi. They don't follow any rules and regulations. even of worshipping the demigods and getting their things, they are thrown into lower species of life. They are the worst fellows. But those who worship me, those who worship demigods, they will continue being pious because demigod worshipper has to be pious. We are not talking about today's demigod worshippers who also eat meat and all, which has been banned actually, which is not allowed much. They don't do it in a proper way. So we are not talking about them. Uh, we are talking about these people who are actually worshipping the demigod in a pie and they are pious people. What will happen? They will go up, they will come down. Finally, they fall down. That's what is the nature. So they don't worship me, my transcendental nature. What is that transcendental nature? Aham hi sarva yajnanam bhokta cha prabhureva cha. They don't know. So, so Prabhupada is saying over here that therefore they fall down to material existence and do not achieve the desired goal of life. If, however, anyone has material desire to be fulfilled, it better to pray for it to Supreme Lord, although it is not pure devotion, and he does achieve the desired result. So when you hear this line that anybody has a material desire, it's better to worship me rather than a demigod. What do you remember? Which verse do you remember?
Prabhuji,
That,
those poor people who approach Lord.
yeah. With material desire, what is the verse that you remember?
Chaturvida bhajanti mam.
Chaturvida bhajante mam. Okay, that is also verse. Okay, yeah. They have material desire, so they would approach me. Very good. So over there, yeah, right. That's a verse. Any other?
Akamo sir kamo va moksha kamo.
Okay. I was expecting this. Akama sarvo kama moksha kama dharati. Tivrena bhakti yogena na yajate purusham param. So these are two different verses completely. Chaturvida bhajante mam. Actually, they have material desires, or they are very, no, or they are very morosed, frustrated, something, and they approach the Lord. So they are considered to be pious. They are considered to be great people. So, whereas over there also akam sarvo kamava moksha kamodharedi tivrena bhakti yogena rajate purusham param. Are these are two completely different verses because in this understand this, bro. Uh, Chaturvida bhajante mam nowhere talks what the result they get. They approach me, although they have material desires, is very good. No problem. They're considered to be as you know uh, pious people, great people, good people. While in the Bhagavatam, when it says Akama Sarva Kama Moksha Kama Udaradi, oh, this verse talks about, what? This verse talks about, Are, oh, this talks about very great faith actually. Now, why? Because Dhruv Maharaj, he was Sarva Kama, all material desires. He approached the Lord. But which way? Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. Tivrena Bhakti Yogena means what? He didn't adopted any other process than the bhakti to get what he wanted to get it. It's not that he wanted to have, a bigger kingdom than Brahma ji. Then he said, चलो ब्रह्मा जी से अभी ब्रह्मा जी से बड़ा किंगडम चाहिए तो युद्ध करना पड़ेगा ना तो कुंफू सीख के आते हैं नो आग्नेयास्त्र सीख के आते हैं शिव जी का पशुपात अस्त्र सीख के आते हैं और अपने पिताजी को हरा देंगे और फिर ब्रह्मा जी को भी एक दिन हरा देंगे तपस्या में and I'll get it. He didn't adopted any means. Which means he adopted? Just bhakti. Which bhakti? Which Narad Muni gave him. That is why Tivrena Bhakti Yogena. So that is why the result of that Tivrena Bhakti Yogena is very different. He got what he wanted, Dhruv Maharaj. But with what that happened, one more thing happened. He lost the taste for all that. Right? Na? He says, na, Bhagwan, abhi aapka darshan le liya. This is like a diamond. But I was looking for broken pieces of glasses. That Chaturvida Bhajante Mam people don't speak. No, they have to. It is not told about them right at that point. Eventually, if they come to this understanding, so this is a very great difference between. So over here, coming back, is it clear what I said? The difference?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, who will? Somebody should tell me what is the difference I told. I told something off the track right now. From Bhagavatam. Yeah, what do you understood between these two verses, Chaturveda and Akama Sarvokama? Let's see whether you are there or not. Anyone? अरे बोलिए, अभी तो बोला मैंने. बहुत लोग तो जगे हुए भी दिख रहे हैं.
Basically, you told that the Chaturudha Bhajante Mam are the people who approach the Lord, but the Akama Sarvakama is shows the destination what they get. Because you also told them is they only take the shelter of bhakti. They don't take shelter of anything else. That is the
Uh,
event of
Tivrena Bhakti Yogena.
they,
So that verse is about very great people, very great faith people. They have faith. They have faith. Nan Dhruv Maharaj has a great faith on Narada. He didn't budge the inch. But whereas over here, these people who are Chaturveda Bhajantevam, they don't have much faith. They are just coming. They're pious people. So there's a difference between these two. Because pious people to do Tivrena Bhakti Yogena, nah, not much possible. ना दे विल से ऑल थिंग. सर मार्क्स चाहिए तो पढ़ना पड़ेगा. हम हमारा यही है, पढ़ना पड़ेगा. बट दे विल से मार्क्स चाहिए. मानो जस्ट गिव यू एग्जांपल, हरि नाम करो. तो फिर मार्क्स तो आ जाएगा. फिर बोलेगा देखिए मार्क्स का चाहिए नहीं इच्छा. और ब्रोकन पीस ऑफ ग्लास, भगवान आपको दर्शन हो गया, अभी क्या मार्क्स. So something, there's a huge difference between these two category of people. All both of them are approaching with all material desires or no material desires to the Lord, but huge difference. So same way, understand these two verses have been said as approaching the Lord with with faith, and not much faith is a different result is different. Same way they are approaching their worship. Two kind of people are worshiping demigod. One kind of people is worshiping demigod who knowing that demigod is the only thing, and there's another kind of demigod worshipper who understands that actually these demigods are actually what they are. They are the people appointed by the Lord, and by worshipping this demigod, I am actually worshipping the Supreme Lord, Narayan. But they worship the demigod. So they are different. Their faith is different. Results are different. No? So what is the result? The first one is Avidhi Purvak and they fall down. Second one, result is what? They get liberation. One is liberation. Huh? Maximum they will get is liberation. Freedom from the cycle of birth and death. There is no question of being a devotee. So, so because why? Because this has been very often comes that even in those who are not so understood, they have not understood Bhakti Pre properly, they would say these things for sure. They say, अरे सब तो भगवान का ही अंश है वो, हम भगवान का ही उनको भगवान का ही मानते हैं, अंश मानते हैं, इसलिए हम कर रहे हैं. क्या दिक्कत है? हाँ, दिक्कत नहीं है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं. You may get liberation, sir. you know you think that you want some disease to be cured and you're worshipping Surya, no problem, no problem, because although you know it, no problem, but you'll get liberation. With that you can't worship, you can't get love of God, because that doesn't comes in pure devotional service. This is has to be also understood, right? Na? Understood, na? Yeah. So now, said like that, Krishna says ahead now, about he says what is the destination of these people, what they get. So what they get and what they achieve it. So he says in the next, so the so, I'll just show you. What's- what's the mission? Okay. It's a very famous verse. All of you would have quoted many times. Yanti deva vrata devan pitriyanti pitirvratah bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti mam yajnopi mam. पढ़िए.
Those who worship God, but those who worship the go to those who worship those which worship those who worship
Bro, your sound is not coming. I will read.
Those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings. And those who worship me will live with me.
Hmm.
Purport.
Read the entire purpose.
If If anyone has desire to go to the moon, the sun, or any other planet, one can attain the desired destination by following the specific Vedic principles recommended for that purpose, such as process technically known as Darsha Pauranmas. These are vividly described in the fruity activities portion of the Vedas, which recommends a specific worship of demigods situated on different heavenly planets. Similarly, one can attain the Pita planet by performing specific yajna. Similarly, one can go to many ghostly planets and become a yaksha, rakshasa, or pisach. Pisach worship is called black arts or black magic. There are many men who practice this black art and they think that it is spiritualism, but such activities are completely materialistic. Similarly, a pure devotee who worships the Supreme Personality of Godhead only achieves the planet of Vaikuntha and Krishna Lok without a doubt. It is very easy to understand through this important verse that if by simply worshipping the demigods one can achieve the heavenly planets, or by worshipping the Pitas achieve the Pita planet, or by practicing the black art achieve the ghostly planets. Why can the pure devotee not achieve the planet of Krishna or Vishnu? Unfortunately, many people have no information of the sublime planets where Krishna and Vishnu lie, and because they do not know of them, they fall down. Even the impersonalists fall down from the Brahma Jyoti. The Krishna consciousness movement is therefore distributing sublime information to the entire human society to the effort that by simply chanting the Hare Krishna mantra, one can become perfect in this life and go back home, back to Godhead.
Yes. So, so this verse, about Prabhu is about these kind of demigod worshippers, Sanji, who are actually who treat the demigod to be all in all. So they get Yanti Deva, Vrata Deva, right now. So they worship. Vrata means, actually over here, the worshippers, worship of the. So, and those who worship of Pitras, the forefathers, those who are elevated forefathers, they may be somewhere in the Pitraloka. They go to Pitras. Bhutani, Rakshasa, Yajanti Imam, Yajnopi Imam. So these people actually are those who worship the Lord, who worship the demigod, and they, because somebody may ask a question, sir, my dear Lord, you know, no, what you are telling is okay. These fellows are doing your worship avidhi purvakam because they don't know you as Bhokta, as Prabhu Vacha. You know, you only give the fruits of, you are only the giver of the fruits, uh, and which devatas in turn gives to us. They don't know. Okay, so they worship. So they actually what happens to them? They go to the demigod planet, and 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 they will also fall. And those people, that another category of demigods, worshippers, those who worship, you know, the demigod as a form of the universe, no, the demigod as the one of the, limbs of the form of the universe. Right now, they consider that to be the demigods, to be the limbs of the Lord. So they will attain liberation. But problem is this, na, they will attain liberation. They may go to Brahma Jyoti also. They may go over Brahma Jyoti, uh, because they will attain liberation, or they may know if they attain liberation of this nature. Because if they have understanding that, you know anyhow, so they go to Brahma Jyoti, and then what will happen? Because they have desires, they are not like yogis who have met their, they have freed from all material desires. They're not like those yogis who go to the Brahma Jyoti. They are people who have desires. They will go to Brahma Jyoti, but they will fall down. Patanti Ada, they will come back. And those who now, so now after saying like that, uh, now over here in this verse, Yanti Devan Vata Devan Yanti Pitarivaja. So somebody may ask the Lord, Are, but they are following Vedic principle, na, of worshipping demigod. No, you only say Avidhi Purvakam, but they are not doing Avidhi Purvakam. They are worshipping demigod the demigod way, the way the scripture says to worship demigod. Then why you say they fall down? The Lord says, I don't say fall down. Means what? They go to that planet. And eventually, because the devatas are not permanent, they are temporary, the planet is temporary. So they put these fellows who are worshipping the devatas, their position is also temporary. So once that planet is destroyed, where they will go? They will come back. And that is why I'm saying they also fall down. So, so understood, na, Prabhu? So because somebody may ask, na. So the Lord is saying, yeah, very good. Let them worship the demigods the way the scripture says about. No problem. I don't have problem. They will go to that planet, but the planet is not permanent. The devatas is not permanent. So the worshipper will be also the worshipper will also not be. His position will also not be eternal. He will fall down. So. um so now, after saying like that, very clearly, uh, the Lord is very clearly saying these people actually, those are worshipping demigods. They worship, Indra and others by ceremonies on some kind of Amavasya and like that in the Satvika bhav. They go to devatas. Pitri worshippers, their mode of passion, they worship Pitras by Shraddha and other rituals. They go to that kind of a loka. And the demons, who's worshippers of demons, the mode of ignorance, who worship Yakshas, Rakshasas, and others, they are turned to them. And those who are Satvika, Satvika means Shuddha Sattva. Those who worship me will come to me, very natural. So, so worshippers of mine, you know, uh, so worshipper those naturally those who worship me, no, they attain me, and those who worship other than me, anybody, and think and may think that these are and they are our lords, like Indra, Pitras, Devatas, Pitras, Bhutas. Oh, they they have to fall down for sure. So I'll make you read something over here. Read one paragraph about this, and then let's see how. Yeah, please read. One of you, please read. The
The,
worshippers of.
the worshippers of being other than me think as follows. We are worshippers of Indra and other devas. They are our lords. Being pleased by our worship, they should give the results we desire. My devotee think as follows. The son of Vasudeva, the lord of all, endowed with all powers, who is situated in the forms of the Devatas, who is our master, being worshipped by easily obtained items and actions, will give all our desired results. Though they perform exactly the same actions, those who serve the Devatas attain their desired goals alone, because their distaste of for thinking of me. They, with short lifespan, attain meager fortune, and after enjoying those limited items, they are also destroyed along with those items of enjoyment. But those who serve me attain me, the Lord of all beings, the beginningless shelter, who fulfills all desires, who has infinite powers, who is composed of pure knowledge and bliss, and who is affectionate to the devotees. They never again take birth. They experience infinite happiness close to me and play in my divine abode.
So over here, I just wanted to make you understand. See, there are two kinds. We are worshippers of Indra and other devas. They are our lords. ऐसे सोचते हैं. And being pleased by our worship, they should give the result that we desire. But my devotees think what? My devotees means, other category of devotee, not the practitioner of pure devotional service. What they think? Oh, the son of Vasudev, the lord of all, endowed with all powers, is situated in the form of the Devatas, who is our master. Being worshipped, so they will award me the things. So there are two different things. And the third one over here, the Lord of all being and all, is about those who straight worship the Lord only, nobody else. तो ये तीनों का अलग अलग है। पहला वाला तो देवता के लोक पे ही जाएगा, दूसरे वाले को लिबरेशन मिलेगा, तीसरे वाले को भगवान को वैकुंठ मिलेगा। हाँ। और ये जो देवता वाले वर्शिपर्स है, दोज आर वर्शिपिंग देवता, दे गो टू देवता प्लैनेट, दे विल फॉल because the planet and the devata itself is not permanent for positions. The worshipper will also fall if somebody goes to liberation. If they, because they have desires, they have not purified their desires, they will also fall. Those who go to Vaikuntha, they are fine, because they worship him. So this is what is being said over here. So this is a very clear cut understanding that the way you approach the Lord, with whatever Shraddha you approach the Lord, that kind of position you get. You have any questions, from? Because now the subject matter will change. You have any questions?
Prajit, I have one question.
Hmm.
Prajit, just now that you showed second case, those who worship Krishna also for material desires,
Hmm.
he will get liberation.
Hmm. Yeah.
So
Uh,
Prabhuji, in case of Sayuj, it is clear that he will come back, but in all other four cases also he'll come down to.
no. If he goes to Vaikuntha, no. Then that's a different thing. No, Salokya Sarishti. It's never been said that they will come back. Uh, at least, in a very, at least it has been said. So, those who attain me, they never come back. So Vaikuntha once who has touched, but we are also talking about people who are in the Brahma Jyoti kind of a liberation. They have to come back. No. Is it fine? This is what you're asking.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji then means it is difficult to obtain other four by having
Ah,
desires and worshipping Krishna.
not so. Very refined. One has to become much more refined than what I will said. And going to Golok is much more refined, than Salokya Sare, Salokya Samipya and all.
So Prabhuji, this is equivalent to doing pure devotional service only. Then why it is counted as mukti? Means one is devotee only, then he can obtain these four type of liberation.
Why it is called as Mukti? Actually, no, because the Seva Bhavana is not there much. No, the Seva Bhavana is there, then it's not a Mukti. Then it's Bhakti. Then it's very different. Over there, the worshipper is not has much of a his target is same planet. His target is not over much over Seva, right? No? So there's a huge difference. So they want equal opulence as the Lord. While they know that we are always subordinate to Lord, we want Satajaloke, Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya. No, they have some inclination for Seva. Okay, very good. It's there. But not like the devotees of Vrindavan. They don't want anything. Rather than, we have heard that one story that once the Lord had a headache and he told that my headache will only be we only will gone if I get the dust of the lotus feet of my devotees. Narad Muni went to different worshippers of the Lord, the devotees of the Lord. Nobody gave. The gopis were take it. Hell jana padega, no problem. It's a very huge thing, right? They are not attached to hell. They're not attached to even heaven. They are never. No, nothing. They are attached to seva in pleasing the Lord. Is it clear? A huge difference.
Yes, Prabhuji.
And this difference, eventually, when you will read Bhagavatam, you will understand very high degree of. Actually, I just can give you uh, some glimpse, if you wish. Even iota of a desire is there, na, something here there. कवि से ना अन्य विलासिता शून्यम ज्ञान कर्मादि अनावृतम। ये ज्ञान और कर्म का अनावृत बोला गया है, इस पे भी ना, मतलब भक्ति Bhakti should not get covered by karma and gyan. हम generally the first principle is that okay, ठीक है, even if he is doing his karma or his no or gyan method, but his that bhakti is primary for him, then it's fine. But in ahead ahead cases like G Goswami and all, they say mixture है ना कर्म का, तो प्रॉब्लम होगा, क्योंकि हमारे 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 गौरी वैष्णव आचार्य दे वेरी they want शुद्ध 24 karat gold. When Prabhupada says na pure bhakti is like a 24 karat gold, and in 24 karat gold can you mix anything? No, nothing can be made out of 24 karat gold. Nothing can be mixed. Same way in Shuddha Bhakti, no karma and gyan can be mixed. So they talk about that level also. That is why the gradations of rasas are also there. Intimacy increases. Lot of thing is there. Is it clear? But it's all about intimacy by faith and seva. Faith तो ठीक मत बोलो भी चले. Seva, intimacy increases. Okay.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Nah. So this is how actually it goes through. Anybody else anything has to say? Ask before we change the subject and go to.
One question is Prabhuji, regarding this demigods. So Prabhuji, like if you see, there are so many cool devatas, Prabhuji, for everyone. At least every home they have cool devatas. And like as a devotee, Prabhuji, how much we should reciprocate with that? Like because there's sometimes it may be the Narasimha also, sometimes it may be the some other demigods. So if Narasimha is there, it's okay, Prabhuji. But for other
Then
demigods,
you're lucky.
if you don't follow, they will say something will happen, and
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
sometimes you get sick or something, they will remember that you criticize this day, that's why this is happening, and like this
Hmm.
approach. So as a
Hmm.
devotee, how much we should be concerned over here as a surrender to the demigods or Lord?
Okay. Okay. A devotee should never have a fear that if I am not worshipping that my Kul Devta or demigod, I will lose something. If he has a fear, that is against pure devotional service. But he might has to worship because वरना बहुत हल्ला गुल्ला होगा घर पे. चलो भैया कर दो. But his Shraddha doesn't get shaken. If his Shraddha is getting shaken, probably if I don't do, oh ho, कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाएगा, then it is problem. Is it okay?
Yes, please. That's what like
Yeah.
Prabhuji, like times we like as a just as a ritualistic we can follow it now. There is no need to much concern about this.
We, actually, one thing, yeah, only he should follow because of one reason. वरना भूत का झूठ का तंग करेंगे ये लोग. या फिर समाज, सब सोसाइटी विल व्हाट दे विल से.
It will not disrespecting project, but if you don't show interest, na, then they will feel ki you're devotee of Krishna. That's why you're disrespecting
See,
these things.
this you are doing just because because of loka vichar, right? Na, this is loka
Yes,
vichar, na.
yes,
See, that's why there's a, but one has to maintain, na, while thinking about the loka vichar, his shraddha should not shoot. He should not get a कि अगर नहीं किया तो ऐसा हो जाएगा इसलिए कर दो. ये श्रद्धा मेंटेन करना, ये इज इंटरनल स्टेट. हम जानते हैं हमारा क्या श्रद्धा है, भगवान श्योर जानते हैं क्या श्रद्धा है. नो, इसलिए इसलिए वी शुड to maximum ability we should try to avoid these things, because see we have affection for material things yet. To the degree we have affection for material things, to that degree we have fear of the world, right? To that degree we try to get shelter of some people apart from Krishna. So this is a thin line difference which a devotee has to be very, very, very alert in it, right?
Yes.
So only it is said it should be only for loka vichar and loka vyavahar. ठीक है, करो, कर दो. But he should not have interest into it because you was the word interest. That's why I'm saying. Probably you mean to say करना चाहिए, but interest नहीं होना चाहिए.
Yes,
Is it
Prabhuji.
okay?
Yes, yes.
Any other question, bro? So now we are moving towards the other part. Now Krishna speaks the glories of bhakti throughout this verse, throughout this chapter, whatever is remaining, and we'll try to see at least the one verse. That's very famous verse. Let's see if we will be able to complete or not. I have very. दिख रहा है आपको वर्स प्रो?
Yes, Prabhuji.
हाँ. पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्ति उपहृतम् अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः. Please read.
If if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, the
Your voice is
consciousness,
breaking, Prabhu.
this is proof.
Your voice was breaking. You read the translation back again.
I will read.
Okay.
Translation: If one offers to me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it.
हाँ, ये अभी भगवान ने बोला. अभी पढ़ पूरा पढ़ना है. बहुत सुंदर अद्भुत है. हाँ.
For the intelligent person, it is essential to be in Krishna consciousness, engaged in transcendental loving service of the Lord, in order to achieve a permanent blissful abode for eternal happiness. The process of achieving such a marvelous result is very easy and can be attempted even by the poorest of poor without any kind of qualification. The only qualification required in this connection is to be a pure devotee of the Lord. It does not matter what one is or where one is situated. The process is so easy that even a leaf or little water or fruit can be offered to Supreme Lord in genuine love and the Lord will be pleased to accept it. No one, therefore, can be barred from Krishna consciousness because it is so easy and universal. Who is such a fool that he does not want to be Krishna conscious by this simple method and thus attain the highest perfectional life of eternity, bliss, and knowledge? Krishna wants only loving service and nothing more. Krishna accepts even a little flower from his pure devotee. He does not want any kind of offering from a non devotee. He is not in need of anything from anyone because he is self sufficient and yet he accepts the offering of his devotee in an exchange of love and affection. To develop Krishna consciousness is the highest perfection of life.
Wait,
Bhakti is
wait, wait,
mentioned.
wait, bro.
Yes, yes.
You know, over here, Krishna Prabhupada is writing. Krishna accepts even a little flower from his pure
From his pure
devotee.
devotee.
He does not want. I have a question to ask you all. He does not want any kind of offering from a non-devotee. He is not in need of anything from anyone. Are, what is the meaning of writing? He does not want any kind of offering from a non-devotee. Why non-devotee will offer him? Only devotee will offer, na? Who has some shraddha. What it means to say, he does not want any kind of offering from a non-devotee. You understood? My question is understood, na?
Prabhuji, am I audible?
Yes. True.
Prabhuji, I think here non-devotee means the one who is offering with pride.
Okay, offering with pride. Very good. Somebody else?
So like here, he will offer when he will get the result back.
Okay.
And that Lord doesn't want. Like he will provide to him anyways. He ask for him,
Okay.
but he business type of category. He has enough.
Okay. Okay, very good. Those who are business minded people, he will not. Okay. but it seems to be Balaji accepts.
Guruji,
Yeah.
in first paragraph only, the qualification is to be a pure devotee.
हाँ,
That point is said that means.
हाँ. सो हम हमें अर्पण करना चाहिए कि नहीं? क्या फायदा हमारा? बंद कर दो ऑफरिंग वॉइस में. नहीं तो आप शुद्ध भक्त बनो. ओके. Somebody else? What do you say? He does not want any kind of offering from a non-devotee.
Is it mentioning demons who are worshipping Krishna?
Demons who are worshipping Krishna. Any
Oh,
example?
Hiranyakashipu was worshipping Brahma for whatever he wanted. Similarly, if Hiranyakashipu went to Krishna, then Krishna might have not given him anything like that.
And no example is there. At least I remember that anybody who's a demon worships Krishna. Vishnu. Oh, rare. He doesn't remain a demon. Yeah, you're close to answer somewhere, but tell someone of you. Anyone of you like to try? Hmm? Hmm. Yeah, Abhijit, you want to say something?
Means Guruji, non-devotee will not offer means any means offering with love to the Lord.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody has written that the non-devotee had no faith. How can he offer? That's what then I'm asking. No faith. Then why the line has been written? He does not want any kind of non. See, hey, actually, last. Anybody not let give a try? We are speaking around the answer. Just tell the right, correct answer. The answer is right only, but not to the point. Yes, I heard.
Guruji, somebody is offering for the sake of offering only. Like
Uh,
if somebody has told to offer, this is the non-devotee.
yeah, you got the point. As you said, na, not that somebody else has told him. So proper writes down. You'll figure it. यहाँ पे नीचे आएगा एक जगह. So he does not want any kind of offering for non-devotee people actually who is demigod worshipper. He doesn't want offering from those kind of people who treat Krishna to be as a demigod, as one of the gods. नहीं ना people ना there are ना विष्णु ब्रह्मा विष्णु महेश तीनों को एक साथ लगा दो. ये ना नहीं उनसे मैं नहीं लेता. It's very clear. So yeah, it will more be clarified, as we read ahead. Now read to one of you who the devotee was to Shankar.
To develop Krishna consciousness is the highest perfection of life. Bhakti is mentioned twice in this verse in order to declare more emphatically that bhakti or devotional service is the only means to approach Krishna. No other condition, such as becoming a Brahman, a learned scholar, a very rich man, or a great philosopher, can induce Krishna to accept some offering. Without the basic principle of bhakti, nothing can induce the Lord to agree to accept anything from anyone. Bhakti is never casual. The process is eternal. It is direct action in service to the absolute whole.
Bhakti is never casual, and bhakti is never causal. No, bhakti is never causal. The process is eternal, and it is direct action in the service of the absolute whole. That's what I'm saying. Right? It is has to be directly. It is not that I treat. I also worship. I treat. I have kept him in one of the. Uh, there are many demigods, and in that line, I also have put Krishna, and I'm offering, and he will accept. No, no, it has to be direct. Direct action in service to absolute whole is never causal. No, it is not that I was offering. I was offering to demigod, and वहां पे भगवान भी को वहां पे थे कृष्ण का भी ले लिया उन्होंने. नो, जबकि उधर भगवान का नाम अजामिल ने भगवान का नाम बिना भगवान के लिए, बिना भगवान के बारे में सोचे लिया. बट वहां पे भगवान ने उसको रिजल्ट दे दिया, बचा दिया. यहाँ पे क्या बोल रहे भगवान? भक्ति इज नेवर कॉजल. Prabhupada process is eternal. It is direct action in the service of the absolute whole. अरे उधर तो ले लिया, अब इधर बोल रहे हैं कि नहीं, नहीं लूंगा, I don't want. So anyhow, there are many such things which makes the bhakti understanding very finer. Uh, Over there, Ajamil was offenseless, and he was not at all worried about the Lord, but somehow was chanting. But over here, these people who are treating one of the Krishna to be one of the demigod. They're offensive, right? No? They're offensive. That's the whole over here you can say. So the whole trust is to to make it very clear. No, we have to have very proper faith in the Lord, just the Lord. Not in doing mixture of a demigod worship and Krishna's worship also. Read.
Here, Lord Krishna, having established that he is the only enjoyer, the primeval Lord, and the real object of all sacrificial offering, reveals what type of sacrifice he desires to be offered. If one wishes to engage in devotional service to the Supreme in order to be purified and to reach the goal of life, the transcendental loving service of God, then one should find out what the Lord desires of him. One who loves Krishna will give him whatever he wants, and he avoids offering anything which is undesirable or unasked. Thus, meat, fish, and eggs should not be offered to Krishna. If he desired such things as offering, he would have said so. Instead, he
Yeah.
clearly requests that
Vegetables.
vegetables, grains, fruits, milk, and water are the proper foods for a human being and are prescribed by Lord Krishna himself. Whatever else we eat cannot be offered to him, since he will not accept it. Thus, we cannot be acting on the level of loving devotion if we offer such food.
Hmm.
In the third chapter, verse 13, Sri Krishna explains that only the remains of sacrifice are purified and fit for consumption by those who are seeking advancement in life and release from the clutches of the material entanglement. Those who do not make an offering of their food, he says in the same verse, are eating only sin. In other words, their every mouthful is simply deepening their involvement in the complexities of material nature. But preparing nice simple vegetable dishes, offering them before the picture or deity of Lord Krishna, and bowing down and praying for him to accept such a humble offering enable one to advance steadily in life, to purify the body, and to create fine brain tissue which will lead to clear thinking. Above all, the offering should be made with an attitude of love. Krishna has no need of food, since he already possesses everything that be, yet he will accept the offering of one who desires to please him in that way. The important element in the preparation in serving and in offering is the act with love for Krishna.
Yes. So that is very clear. So if somebody accepts, the Lord accepts the humble offering, that enables one to identify, that enables ones to identify, and that enables us to advance steadily in life, right now. So just by offering with love, it will make us advance. So, and then Prabhupada writes, away impersonalists who wish to maintain that absolute truth is without senses cannot comprehend this verse of Gita. To them, it is either a metaphor or proof of the mundane character of Krishna. So, since now from here, please read. It's very small, but in actuality, Krishna, read. So,
But in actuality, Krishna, the Supreme Lord, has senses, and it is stated that his senses are interchangeable. In other words, one sense can perform the function of any other. This is what it means to say that Krishna is absolute, lacking senses. He
ah,
should
so now, yeah, now he says very clearly, these fellows impersonalists, they don't believe it, but we know very clearly the Lord says senses are interchangeable, and we do quote Brahma Samhita about that, right? So then Prabhupada writes over here, what does it mean? How does the Lord eats? So, actually, read from he could hardly.
He could hardly be considered full in all opulence. In the seventh chapter, Krishna has explained that he impregnates the living entities into material nature. This is done by his looking upon the material nature. And so, in this instance, Krishna's hearing the devotee's words of love in offering foodstuffs is wholly identical with his eating and actually tasting. This point should be emphasized because of his absolute position. His hearing is wholly identical with his eating and tasting. Only the devotees who accept Krishna as he describes himself without interpretation can understand that the supreme absolute truth can eat food and enjoy it.
Ah. How does the Lord eats the offer, accepts the offering? What is written? What is written? How the Krishna accepts his offering which we made?
With eyes.
Oh, okay. Something is said over here. Who will say? Who could catch the purport? अभी भी purport सामने है प्रभु, एक बार पढ़ो समझ में आएगा. Okay, I'm reading it. And so is the instance. Krishna's hearing the devotee's word of love in offering foodstuff is wholly identical with his eating and actually tasting. अब तो बोल दो.
Love.
Love what? नहीं नहीं. Which what love? Devotees' words of love in offering. Right now. This means when you put the plate in front of the Lord and you start chanting the mantras, with how much love do you offer? You see, for us, love may be attention, to the mantra, the purity of the one's being state, his external purity, you know, and so with whatever, what he might not, he might have little love, but with great sincerity is offering. When he's chanting Namo Brahman Devaya Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha Jagat Hitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratushe Namaha. When he's chanting these prayers, if he has faith, with attention, with clarity, with pure external purity, at least to know that words, the devotees' words of love in offering food stuff is wholly identical with his eating and actually tasting. This point should be emphasized. Because his absolute position, his hearing, he hears that loving word is identical with his eating and tasting. So only the devotee who accepts Krishna as he describes himself without interpretation can understand that the supreme absolute truth, can eat food and enjoy it. Because the Lord is hearing, he is satisfied with the loving words which the devotees are using in offering the foodstuffs to him. So he is attracted by the love. So that is why, after offering, we should offer it. Today I won't be able to show you what the Acharya says about this verse. A lot has been said. Tomorrow I will surely show to you. But please note, we should offer with understanding of in a very personal way. We should offer to the Lord in a very personal way, and thinking that He is actually a person to whom I'm offering. And he's not a normal person. He's a greatest person. And then offering him, suppose will you eat? Suppose any one of us will eat, somebody comes and gives a plate. Hello, खा लो. भूखे भी रहेंगे तो हम भाग जाएंगे. Somebody comes and just doing it as a formality. We never like to. And why Krishna will like? He's nowhere hungry. And he's getting food, so lovingly by so many pure devotees in the spiritual world. Why he will come and accept our Baba? Right now. So we chant these mantras, we chant Prabhupada's name, chant the Guru Maharaj's name, with love, saying that, and Krishna sees the intention. अच्छा अच्छा, जिसके पास प्रेम नहीं है, ये अपने गुरु जी को याद कर रहा है प्रेम पूर्वक, है ना? ये प्रभुपाद जी को याद कर रहा है प्रेम पूर्वक. और ये मेरा मंत्र भी प्रेम पूर्वक पढ़ रहा है, श्रद्धा पूर्वक, अटेंशन पूर्वक, चाहता है कि मैं खा लूं। ठीक है, ठीक है, आई एक्सेप्ट। तो इट हैज टू बी डन इन अ वेरी पर्सनल वे। प्लेट भी अच्छा लगाया है, ऐसा नहीं लगाया है कि दाल और सब्जी मिक्स हो गया है। you know he is treating me as a person and with purity. With purity we'll talk about tomorrow when I'll show you the Acharya's commentary. So as no bhakti word दो बार है, so it has to be understood very properly. It's a very great emphasis. So I don't know whether you have some questions or not. Even if you have, you hold it. Tomorrow we'll begin with questions and then with this verse and then we'll go ahead. Okay. Hare Krishna. Prabhupada ki jai.